All right. School is in. You guys gonna learn something today. At the beginning of the video, you said, why you only have 2 ingredients? Pork chops and grits. Well, that's exactly what it's going to be. Pork chops and grits. So, when I did the shrimp and grits, it's going to be identical, except I'm exchanging the shrimp for the pork chops. The grits is going to be the same way, so I'll link those 2 videos in the description box. Okay, so here I have some mixed pork chops, okay? I've already let these marinate with my chicken rub. Alright? And of course, you know, I always leave one for you guys to see me do. So you just want to sprinkle that over there. You already want to have your skillet hot with oil. This time I'm using bacon grease, because I had some and I want to use it, and it adds the extra flavor. You want to pat that in there. Okay. Try to get it on all sides. If it's not salty enough for you, then by all means you can add some seasoned salt to this. But my spices is not salty. So I'm going to take this away. And I'm going to take this away. And I'm going to wash my hands. Be right back. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is take these and we're just going to fry them up. So all we're going to do, fry them up in this bacon grease. And that's it. I'm going to fry them up and let them get all the way done. I would say all the way done. Because with the next one, that's when I put the, as you guys call it, the Trinity, but I just call it mixed vegetables. So that's what we're going to put in next, okay? So we're going to let this fry up, and I will come back with the next. Guys, I'm back. So I turned them over, and this is how they're looking. I cooked it maybe 5 minutes on one side, and probably 5 minutes on the other side. You can almost tell when it's done. When you see the blood right here, I know it sounds gross, but come to the surface. And Miss Marty Pants will love this part right here. And y'all can tell me, why would she love that part? Tell me why. Tell me in the comment section. Okay. Alright. These are done. I have me a plate with a paper towel on it. Let the oil drain off of it. Okay. Make this part cook a little more. I remember my Grandma Jean from my Grandpa Willie's second wife, and she used to get us up early in the morning. Of course, she would get up earlier before we would, so you could just wake up and you smelling pork chops and eggs and homemade biscuits and some fried potatoes and some pancakes, and oh my God, I just knew, like, oh geez. Of course, Grandpa Willie had to eat first, but Grandpa Willie was my heart, because it was me and Grandpa Willie. We ate first, and then Willie and them, they ate later. Oh my God. I know they're going to get mad at me, but Sandra Kay and Sharon and Willie and Donnie, oh, they hated me when I came over there on the weekend. They hated me. They used to make me try to wash all of those dishes. And they had like a crate box. And I was too little at the time to go up to the sink. So they would put an apron on me, and I would have to wash the dishes. I didn't know how to wash the dishes at that time. I had water everywhere. Everywhere. I don't know where Grandma G went to. I don't know if she was out there. I don't know where she went to. But anyway, Grandpa Willie had went to work, and his work was the next house over because he repaired radios and record players and TVs back at the time. And he would always want to know why my clothes were so wet. And I told him I washed the dishes in the little girl's voice. I washed the dishes. And he would say, why? And I would say, because Sharon and Sandra Kay wanted me to wash the dishes. And he said, okay, go sit down, Red. So when he said, go sit down, Red, he had that deep voice. I was scared. I thought I was in trouble. So I would sit there like a little idiot and started crying, you know. And he came back, boy, when Shirley and Sharon and Sandra Kay came in and Willie came in, he let them have it. He let them have it. They hated me. And I think right to this day they still hate me. I don't know. I really do not know. But Grandpa Willie was my heart. Oh my God, that was my man. And every time my mother would do her little shenanigans, I would always pick up the phone and go call Grandpa Willie. And he was over there in the flash. And of course my mother was a little afraid of my Grandpa Willie, because he was a big dude. A little afraid. And she told me one time, you pick up that phone one more time. Well, I knew not to pick it up. But Grandpa Willie kind of always knew something was going on. So he always made surprise visits. He always made surprise visits. But this what reminds me of, so you guys can have a country breakfast right here. You can have your grits, your pork chops, your hash browns, your homemade pancakes. And she made homemade pancakes and biscuits at the same time. Like, all right. You know, I didn't say all right. I just, like, it was so good. But as I got older, it's like, it's a lot of bread. Well, she wouldn't do her pork chops like this. She would fry them in lard and also flour. As you guys that's been with me for a while know, I don't like to flour all my meats. I just think the flour just takes away from it. So yeah, I'm going to let this cook and I will be back with the next layer. I'm trying to learn how to work this camera with the remote and we're not doing so well. Okay, so what I did was pour some of that out. You guys, you know, I know the goodness is at the bottom, but I can't stand all that goodness. So I poured it out and cleaned my skillet out. So, like I said, I really shouldn't really show you guys this because it's the same thing. But here I have one red bell pepper, one yellow, one green. You put that in there. I have 4 stalks of celery, 1 onion, 2 white spoons of garlic, minced garlic, and 1 jalapeno. And I'm just going to saute these up. Okay. If you feel you don't have enough oil in there, then go back and put some more. I'm using about 2 teaspoons of my chicken rub. You can get that at www.carlissspices.com. And so what you want to do is just saute these up, and I think I'm going to stop it right here because you guys get the gist of what I'm trying to do. Because like I said, I'll put that link in the description box on how I did this, and I will show you guys the finish and the final product. Okay guys, I'm back. Even though I said I was going to come back with the final product, but I thought I better just show the ones that just joined us. I better show this. Alright, so you saw what I did earlier. So now I'm going to take some flour, all-purpose flour, and I'm just going to sprinkle this on top. Okay? I say that's probably maybe like 4 tablespoons. And so what you want to do is just cook the flour out, meaning the flour taste. Might add another tablespoon. If you feel you don't have enough oil in here when you sauteed your veggies, then add a little more. You don't want to fry these up. Okay? Now, actually I need to get a wooden spoon because this little flimsy spatula is not working. We got a wooden spoon. Okay, and the skillet that I'm using, like I said, is a 14-inch Cuisinart, and I will put that link where you can go buy it. Alright, so now you guys know that I use better than bouillon chicken base. Okay, and it calls for 4 cups. And right now I am going to use 2 cups because I can't find my big measuring cup. Okay, let me get some water real quick. Just gonna add that in here. Then I'm gonna put the chicken bouillon in here. And this is probably about almost 2 tablespoons. Okay. So what it's going to do is get thick on you for you. If it's not thick, then add a little more flour water to it, or flour paste. Almost like you're making a paper mache out of the flour. Okay, you just want to keep stirring this up, and I probably need to turn the temperature up. So you want to wait till this becomes thick a little bit. Just a little bit. Like I said, it's identical to the shrimp and grits. The only thing is, I'm not doing shrimp in here, I'm doing pork chops. And you don't have to smother these pork chops with this. You can just leave them and just take this and make it as a gravy type. Just want to constantly keep stirring it. You don't want to stick to the bottom. And like I said, if you feel that it's not getting thick, then you add more. And a lot of people ask me questions about what was the brown stuff that I use. This is what I use. It's called Kitchen Bouquet Browning Seasoning Salt. Seasoning salt. Seasoning sauce. That's what this is. I'm laughing because Miss Smarty Pants is laughing. That's what this is. You can get it at Walmart or the local markets, wherever they sell spices at. That's where you can get this at. And reason why I use this, because I could have just sit there and when I did my roux, brown it up. But that, as I always say, that was doing a lot. So you want this to become just a little thick. And it looks like I might have to add more flour to it. But the longer you cook, the thicker it will get. So let's see what happens. See if I need to do that. No, it's making. But I'm going to add a little more. So what I'm going to do is just take just a little bit of the chicken bouillon. About that much. Put it into my cup. And maybe add the flour. Add the same amount of flour with some cold water. So you want to kind of be like that. And then you want to try to pour it in the center. Not the whole thing, just make sure to see if you like it. You like the thickness. Add a little more. Okay. Now, this is where I'm going to add my bouillon. I'm going to measure, guys. I don't like to measure because I feel that I mess it up. But I'm doing this. I'm using 2 capfuls to see if I like the color. Usually I'll pour it. Now you see how it's making this gravy? And who knew you used browning? Kitchen bouquet browning. And people thought you was in there making gravy. Well, you were. Okay, I like mine to be a little darker. Don't know how much that was. You don't want to pour the whole bottle in here. Alright, you just want to keep stirring this. There we go. There's that color. That's that color I'm looking for. Now from here you can taste it and see if you need to add more seasoning. But I wouldn't just yet because you're going to put your pork chops in here. Okay. Now you can cover it up and let this cook maybe for about 30, I'd say about 40 minutes actually. And if it gets too thick on you, then go back and add more chicken broth. That's all you do. And you put your lid on it. And you're good to go. Now this time I will be back with the final product. All right. Did you guys learn something today? Instead of the shrimpy grits, we have pork chops and grits. Now you can do the grits by itself in a bowl like I did. Top it with some bacon or some sour cream or however you like it. Or just put the pork chops in the plate, and that's what you want to do. So let me cut that open for you, because sometimes you guys got a problem of me just showing just a picture. Alright, so I'm going to cut it. See, I cut it. See? You want to take that, put some of that good old gravy on it, like that, and let me eat it for you. It's still hot. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let me eat these cheesy grits. Ugh. Miss Smarty Pants likes cheesy grits. I don't. I like mine with sugar and butter in it. Now that's good. Okay, it's everybody's birthday. Alright, so guys, make this. Let me know what you did. There's a twist to it, but this is my own little creation of the pork chops and cheesy grits. And Miss Smarty Pants, I keep looking at her, and I don't like looking at her. She always doing something dumb. Alright guys, I'll see you next Saturday.